Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Alfie's body transformation journey. Thank you so much to everyone that's been watching the video so far and everybody that's subscribed and liked the video. It really helps it get out further so that more people can see it. Thank you so much for doing that. From the title of this episode, you will see that things aren't going quite as well as they could have. I am not doing as well as I thought I would be at this point. But every time you fall down, you just got to pick yourself back up, dust yourself off and keep going. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep doing it. And the episode will run as normal. It will be food and gym, which will explain one of the reasons I've not done so well, the weigh-ins and the mental health stuff. Okay, so food and gym. With the gym, I actually tried to go to the gym on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I was hoping to go as well. Gym was actually closed both of them days, so I couldn't go. But other than that, I've been going about 4 or 5 times a week. A lot of resistance training. I've now started to run to the gym. That's about 4 kilometers, just to get some cardio in as well, because I was finding that after a workout to go on the treadmill isn't something that I find too fun, and therefore struggle to really keep it up. But yeah, the gym's going pretty well. Food, not so much. So I ended up having some fast food on New Year's Eve. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. It's part of the evening. We was having a few drinks and ended up ordering a kebab. But yeah, that's one of the fast food things. And a couple of days ago, for reasons which I can't work out, I ordered a pizza and like 12 wings for no reason. That was me being weak at the moment, struggling to keep myself under control in terms of the eating. So not too proud of that. But again, yesterday I really wanted to do the same thing, but I managed to overcome that mentally. So shows that there is a little bit of progress there. Other than that, gym's going well. Last week, food, not so much. Okay, now for the weigh-in. There has been some weight gain. It's only 1 kilo, or 2 pounds, which isn't too bad, assuming it was over Christmas and New Year that I've put that weight on. Still, I've wanted to be losing weight, so I'm going against what my goals are. It's a small hiccup, I think, one that I should be able to overcome. Part of it was the food situation that I mentioned before. There was fast food that I succumbed to, and when I wanted to go to the gym on certain days, it wasn't open and didn't give me the opportunity to go and do that. Also, because I was off work, it was a lot of sort of sitting around in the house. I was doing my course and stuff, and playing some games and that, and going to the gym as well. But that 10,000 steps or so a day I do, walking to work and walking home from work and all that sort of stuff, was missing. So there's a lot of activity that was maybe not there when it should have been, which I think would attribute to one of the reasons. If you look at the weight gain of 1 kilo, you'll notice that the muscle mass has dropped by 0.2%, which concerned me. So I worked out the actual weight of muscle that I would have been last week compared to this week, and because it's a smaller percentage but of a larger number, I've actually gained some muscle. I've also gained fat, but the 200 grams of the 1 kilo is actually muscle. So although it's not great that I've added fat, at least I am still seeing the benefit of the resistance training and stuff when I am losing muscle. So it's not as terrible of a story as I first thought when I saw the initial weight. I think I will get back on top of this relatively quickly, especially in January. There's a lot less things, a lot less nights out and things like that. So I think I'm going to be fine with getting back onto it. I'm feeling really motivated when I go to the gym. I feel a lot more able, still hitting personal bests. in terms of the weights I'm able to do. So close to doing my first goal of 2020 already, only the 5th, which was, if you remember from the last episode, really wanted to be able to do an unassisted pull-up. Now, I can kind of do one, but it's not at the level that I would say that I did that like completed that goal. And I'll let you know what that goal turns into once I complete that. But yeah, it's not been as bad as I first thought when I stepped on the scale. Now for the mental health. I've struggled this week a lot. I think it might have been going back to work after being off. I tend to really struggle at work at the moment. I don't feel fulfilled. I don't feel like what I do is important. I really struggle with mentally dealing with the lack of work, which sounds ridiculous to most people, but you know, that sense of achievement and fulfillment is just not present at all. And it really brings me to a bad place where I feel like I'm just wasting my time and kind of just throwing my life away. I should, you know, if you spend 35 hours a week somewhere, you should make it somewhere that you're happy and want to go to, I believe. There's only 168 hours or something like that in a week. You're probably asleep for nearly half of that. Nah, probably like 70 hours of that. So it's a big portion of your awake time that you're in your workplace. So that's what I've really struggled with this week. And a little bit of isolation. I tend to isolate myself when I'm not at work. I did make an effort to go see friends on more than one occasion. But, you know, that being alone in the house on my weeks off, I was more likely to fall for my bad habits again, such as drinking. I was very close to ordering some alcohol on Just Eat, even though it's like £40 for a bottle of vodka. I managed to not do that, but it's a worrying thought that sort of thought process is back. With the food, unfortunately, I did falter as well. So I'm not overly proud of that. But yeah, I've just really struggled with this sort of negative energy around me at the moment. I feel like I just need something in my life, and kind of soon, that pushes me and challenges me and makes me really proud to achieve. I think that's missing for me, and it's getting me into a pretty bad place. I've felt a bit more like a failure again, like looking at where my life is at this point. I'm working to change it, doing the best I can to change my circumstance, but you know, the position I'm in isn't where I want to be at all. I just need to really work harder, I think. I also need to give myself a break. I'm, you know, doing everything I can to change, but I need to give myself a bit of credit for how far I've come. I'm getting certain motivation to do something that will challenge me and push me and give me that sense of achievement, which will have to be outside of work at this point. I'll keep doing my course. Hopefully I can go into fitness of some kind full-time once I've done that. I think that would be far more fulfilling for me in general. I'd like that I'd be active a lot more, and I've always felt quite comfortable in a gym setting anyway, so I'd rather that than just sitting in an office. But yeah, not the greatest week for me mentally. New year, I don't really see the importance of a new year personally. I just think that, you know, it's a year ago that it was 1st of Jan, but then start of December, it's a year ago it was 1st of December. It doesn't really have any relevance to me, so it's not to do with that. I think it's more just the fulfillment factor, and need to make some changes. will be patient enough to ride it out until I can make those changes. But yeah, not the easiest week for me. Thank you so much for listening to the episode. Sorry it was out late. Really struggled for the motivation to do this one. Didn't really want to be that guy that's so negative and down, but I promised you warts and all, good times and bad times. So on a down day, here I am. Hopefully I'll be able to pick myself up a bit next episode and tell you some good news. But enjoy your week, and I will see you next week.